You lucky bastard. A little spray adhesive and some rope, and your baldness problem is solved. How is that fair? Hey there, Montclair here. Thanks for checking out my video. Today we're going to make hair for our corpse that we made in the last few episodes. This is a quick, easy technique. Anybody can do it. And this is going to be a real short one. Tomorrow we're going to tackle that prop controller. Stick around, here we go. Alright, so let's get into this. You're going to need a bunch of things to make this. Here they are. Rope, spray adhesive, scissors. That's it. Simple. So the first thing you do is, when you get this rope, I got mine at Home Depot. It was 38 cents a square foot. I chose black. I think black is a, I don't know, common hair color. Not that I know. You could get white if you wanted your corpse to be old or older when it passed. Whatever color you want. But the first thing you need to do is, when you buy this stuff and they custom cut it for you, they melt the ends so that the rope doesn't fray, and we don't want that, so just cut that off. And by doing that, you'll be able to access each individual strand of this rope, and then we're going to break that out into the individual fibers. I think you can see where we're going already with this. And all I do is match up however much length I want on this. Maybe go a little longer to start with. You can give him a haircut. This guy I want to have a little bit longer hair, and he's going to be like male pattern baldness, because I know about that. And I don't want to waste this hard work I've done here. I don't want it to be hidden by hair. If we give him a little bit of long hair, we might get some extra movement out of the rope during the animation. So just kind of map out where you want it, and then cut the rope to size. Now this right here, this little section of rope, these scissors are terrible, is going to make a ton of hair. Now all you need to do is pick a fiber or a strand and just start, I guess, unweaving, is that a word? This rope. Maybe now you're thinking, hey Montclair, that doesn't look anything like hair. What the hell are you talking about? It's way too thick. Nobody's going to believe that. Or maybe they might. But no, this is not it. Now what you do is you separate, or kind of fray these out, the ends of the strand that you took out, whatever you want to call it, section I guess, into the individual strands or fibers. Kind of pull on that a little bit. Doesn't matter if it's exactly right up at the top or even at the bottom or anywhere. These hairs separated out of here so that you're going to have like individual strands of hair, and it's going to look pretty good. And because of the way the rope is made, you get this naturally curly stuff, no perm needed. So we're going to separate this a little bit more, spray on some spray adhesive and apply it. can see that I did not go all the way to the top of the head, just around it's like the crown is what they call it. And it doesn't look bad. Not great, but it shouldn't be. It should look not good at all. They say your hair keeps growing even after you're dead, so maybe this guy has been rotting for a while. I don't know. Managed to turn him into Groucho Marx here. You can make that out. A little hard to see on the camera, but he does have some eyebrows. I don't think I've seen a corpse with eyebrows before. This isn't the same kind that I used before. I used like a poly rope. I don't know. Something a little more rigid. But it was bunching up on me a lot, so I decided eyebrows are hardly noticeable, but adds a little bit more realism to them. So what you could do at this point is if you so desired, you could cut this hair, trim it up, give him a little haircut. Go in there and cut it. You're looking good, Bob. We'll see you in 2 weeks. 4 weeks? I don't know. How the hell long does it take to get a haircut? It's been so long, I don't remember. The thing I'll say about this technique is just be careful. It's really easy to screw up your prop doing this. This rope, the cheap rope, will stick on every little bit of texture that you've got. I actually got some stuck up in the wound up here. I was able to get it out, so I tried a comb over technique, but it didn't look good. So just be careful with that. And if you find that it's kind of bunched up, you don't think that's too much like hair, you can do this. Keep doing that over and over. You can also hit it with like the pointy end of a comb. I wouldn't use the teeth because that wasn't working too well for me and it was actually causing it to bunch up a little more. But you could just pick at it a little and the stuff will start to separate a little bit more, so it's not so bunched up. Yeah, for a bald guy, I sure know a lot about hair, huh? It's ridiculous. Leftover we have. Don't need a lot of rope to do this. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that technique. I hope you learned something. Not seen that done anywhere before. I've not really heard about it before. I did it on one of my other props, and I thought it came out okay. That rope, it's alright. The other stuff I had was a little more rigid. That stuff was okay. So tomorrow we're going to tackle that prop control that I went over in the last episode. And I actually want to answer a few questions that were in the comments. What kind of liquid nails did I use? That was from Ghoulish Cop. I used liquid nails for projects, which is kind of a thinner liquid nails than the strong construction type. Probably that one would be better for sculpting, which was somebody else's technique. I can't remember the name, I'm sorry. Somebody else wanted to know how it was to sculpt with that stuff, and it's nearly impossible because it's so thin. It's like very soft butter. But maybe with the thicker stuff for tough projects, I think is what it's called, you probably have better luck sculpting with that stuff. And the other thing I want to talk about real quick is the prop controller. And there was an interesting discussion going on over at Graves of the Groves channel about this controller. And we learned from another haunter, whose name escapes me at the moment, I'm so sorry, that you can actually chain these controllers together so that you can essentially create an unlimited number of prop controllers all triggered with one event. And that is very impressive, because you can have one massive scene triggered by one infrared control or a switch or a floor mat or whatever, and have a whole ton of stuff go off however you want it to go. So that we're going to go over as well. So come back tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do that down below, and I think if you click the little Montclair icon there, you'll be able to subscribe as well. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you leave some comments. Let me know what you think about today's video, and definitely hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for checking out the video. Why am I pointing? Hi there, Montclair here. Thanks for checking out the channel. Or something. we'll be done with this video real quick. That's terrible. Hey there, why am I pointing? Which is kind of a thinner liquid nails than the strong construction type, or the strong bond, or whatever the it is they call it. There was an interesting discussion going on another channel. I think it was an interesting discussion going on over at Graves of the Groves channel. There was an interesting discussion going on over at Steve's Haunted Yard about this controller, and we learned from, oh my god, what's his name? And I really like to point for some reason when I do this.